All right, Uncle Patrick, are you there?
Yeah, hola.
We're still live. Don't worry, sir. Are you here?
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
You're the special guest, sir. You're our special guest.
Thank you
Uh,
for having me.
yes, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm good. You know, when I look at Nigeria,
Mm-hmm.
like one is echoing.
On your end? Maybe it's your end. I can hear me clearly. It's not. It's not echoing. Let me check. It's not echoing on my end. It's not echoing. Let me check. No, it doesn't echo on my end, sir. Are you? Are you hearing echo?
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
So, like Nigeria, I mean, Nigeria is different from every other country. I don't know why. You know, something happened at my job. We had a employees meeting. So the new general manager, he's been there for like 40 years. You know, these white guys that just went to community college. So before the end of the meeting, so they now say, is there any question anybody has? So one lady now raised up her hand. She said she had a case of SH with the supervisor, but it was swept under the carpet. So
Sexual harassment, sir.
yeah, that it was swept under the carpet. So the new general manager didn't even address it, just shut her down. I was like, what is going on? This man can't do this. This is bad. I said this man should be removed. So people were looking at him and saying, what do that mean? Before you know it, the man just wrote a letter, an email sent to everybody that he messed up, that he needs training, other people need to. And I said, what is this man talking about? You didn't even give this lady a chance to even talk. You just shut her down. Ola, they remove him. Just nothing. You can't do that at a meeting. Everybody that somebody is telling you what she went through, you are not the person involved. You know, that's not how to do such a case. So he got removed for doing that. I was stressed. I told you people what this man did is wrong. And you know, the case of sexual harassment in Nigeria is the women that need to stand for themselves. Well, I have a reason for that. You know, 1991, 1992, me and my friend, we set up a company. This man is a computer engineer. You know, in those days, we were teaching them a computer application. The bosses, the CEO, chairman of companies. Well, what my eyes saw, I was the one taking the classes. You know, in those days, in the days of DOS, this operating system, I have to use the computer, you have to teach them keyboard and all those things. They have a secretary that does that, but most of the big boss doesn't know how to operate the computer. So we signed up, we had many clients. And this training is usually done after closing. Maybe in a week, I might have 3 CEOs that I have to train with their schedule. All what my eyes saw. Sometimes I will go there, they will just give me money to go and have my lunch. You know what I mean? They are just KYing in the office with staff. The ladies that work there, people that I know, not one, not two, Ola. I was like, what is going on in Nigeria? That was when my eyes got open. So the issue of sexual is women, they have to stand for themselves and say, no, this must be stopped. People do it. They give their consent, but then it's not an excuse for you because you are a boss, or you are in the position of leadership, and just be doing that is wrong. Are you telling us our children, our daughters don't have future just because they won't live with you because you are the boss? And look at JIDE KOSOKO. I know him now. I know he's older than me, but I know where he lives when he was still struggling. in Lagos. Him and Babaliwo were even living together. In fact, they in Lagos. If you know anybody that knows Lagos very well, you know. So what that man is saying, like it's like he doesn't even care, you know. If one an industry that would try with value, integrity, there should be a rule to say no, we don't want this. We know they are doing it. People then, make people scapegoats. It's like, what is she saying? What is this saying at me? But no, 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 no. So I'm gonna say it is the women. My wife told me her own case while in college, University in Nigeria, for a project. Our supervisor said no, unless Senna, you must come and meet. Said no, my wife, how can you do that to me? My wife, dad has to go there. He has to invite one professor too, and the professor has to go to the man office say, you can't do this to my daughter. Guess what? Ola, the man is the vice chancellor of the university now, president of the university now. He's been there more than 40 years. He's now the vice chancellor. So why would people be doing that? So yeah, by God's grace, my job, I have more than 15 ladies under me. So will I now go and be? No, I can't do that. Both married and unmarried. So will I now say, okay, let me just no. So I don't know. That's why I'm saying Nigeria is exceptional. That's why Senate president can get away with what he's doing. That's why all the senators can back him. That's why a former senator can come to Arise and be talking about their beauty is a trap. How can you be saying that? That the beauty of a woman give them away. What do you mean? Does it make sense?
He said the beauty is the problem. Her beauty is her problem.
That's what I'm saying. All these baba, go web them.
Yes, sir.
All this like that.
Yeah, may the good Lord help them, sir. May the good Lord. I guess it's a complex issue, but we will break it down until they get it.
Yes, Allah keep good work. All these Gen Z and whatever, don't have to grieve for them.
Yeah, happy. All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right,
all right, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. That was Uncle Patrick. Absolutely a blessed man. I appreciate you, sir. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. I want to close. I do have something I want to share with you guys as I close this session. And again, I'll be right back. Your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough. All right, I do have another special guest on the stage. Not to my G's here too. Gracious. Not to Alpha.
MOP. Are
you timing my segment or something? What's going on here?
No. So I want to take a nap.
First of all, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
That's good. How's business?
How are you? Welcome back. We're pushing.
That's good. So share with me, talk to me. What do you? Let me first of all read what you just said here. He said, I am waiting for one actress that will come out and cast JIDE KOSOKO because he must have approached or tried that nonsense in the past. Explain yourself.
See, like Tia said, the way he was speaking like gave him away. Do you understand what I'm saying? He said, if you have been approached, I don't want to do it. There's somebody else that won't want to do it. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah, like that was how they ended it, right? It's crazy.
Yes. But like you said, these older people need to have some of these Gen Z around them to be telling them that in this era you can't talk like this. This thing rubs people the wrong way. This thing, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't come out as an elder and be talking like that. Some of them, like you said, might have known what SH means. Some of them don't know. But also, don't forget that this man is an ancestor. He's from the era where they still believe in that patriarchy, and the man is the alpha and the omega. And if you don't want to do it, go, somebody else will do it. And
Mm-hmm.
like D Crown said, there are a lot of people that go to the industry to go give themselves for roles. Like, I'll just go. Remember, there was a lady that had a audition that someone came without a bra and she just embarrassed the lady. She was like, "Why are you
Yes.
coming for my audition without a bra?" These
Yeah.
are the
Yeah.
kind of people that are going there for a purpose. Like, if all it takes to give myself, I'll just give it. If that's what they want for me to get the role. But like Uncle Patrick said, we have to like train our young girls more to understand that you don't have to do that to get what you want if you merit it.
Mm.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And a lot
Right.
of times, you find people that do not merit it are the ones that are like, you know what? We had a girl that I went to Kaduna Poly when I was in Nigeria, and we had this girl that we went to school with. I'm trying so hard not to mention her name, but she'll do anything to pass. She doesn't know anything. She pays to see the people to write exams. She dates lecturers. Like anything that you want her to do, she will do just for her to pass. So there are people like that. And then you have those people that know what they are doing. You can't tell me she's fine. If I come and they say I failed this course, I have calls with my full courses with my full chest that I can
Mm.
ask for recall because I know that that one you can't tell me anything about it. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
like on Patrick said, we women have to learn to stand, speak out, stand for ourselves. Men can't do that for us. Do you understand what I'm saying? We have to learn to
Right.
speak out. We have to learn to know that there are some things that we want it, we merit it, and we go for it. And we should not let anybody put us down. If that's what it takes for somebody to get this, then hold it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you also
Mm.
have to put yourself, and like we said in other lives, I'm just trying to not to uh,
Right.
say something out of line, but even though sometimes it might be tough, there are some men that want to dare you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what I'm saying? They will like, this one they do like this, like this, like this. Just when they just find that loophole where they can get you, they will think they can use that one to bend your hand. It's just like somebody that has his hand is broken now, and you
Mm.
want to take something, and you are giving him from the side of that hand that is not working. I want him to collect. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or you
Mm.
hit that hand, you know you're already the person is already down. Like that senator that they showed today that was saying stuff to OBS Kwesili.
Right. Senator
Like,
Nwabonyi.
bro, you know this man has zero emotional and social intelligence. If you can't control yourself when you're upset, you know there's a problem. Those are
Mm-hmm.
the people that were put there to, and I know those are the people that are supporting Ashasa's removal and recall. Because how
Mm-hmm.
dare you say that? Why
Yeah.
will you say that? And also commend Mama Obi for the steps she has taken. Like we women, like we have to fight for ourselves. If we don't do it, nobody will do it for us.
Yeah.
You see, a man might be in the labor room with his wife to see the pain she's going through, but it takes another woman that has been through labor to understand what that person is going through.
Mm.
So I'm just gonna give you a quick story. So I have a cousin, right? They just got married recently, and they had a misunderstanding.
Mm-hmm.
From what they've been saying is that the wife is still in contact with her ex, and my cousin will take it
The wife is still in
funny,
court with the ex.
no contact
Contact
with
with
the
the
ex.
ex. Mm-hmm.
So I've heard that they said a couple of times that she went to visit the guy's mom to greet the guy's mom, and the story came to my cousin. It became a problem, and so everybody was trying to see the. I'm not supporting what she did.
Mm-hmm.
What she did is 100% wrong. But I think the perspective that I came from, my cousin was able to sit back.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
look at himself, look at the things that he has done because now he just called me, oh, my wife did, my wife did, my wife did this, my wife did that. I said, okay, let me speak to the wife. And when I spoke to the wife, I got a different version of what she said. And I
Mm-hmm.
spoke to him, I got a different version of what the wife said. These are two things. When she was talking about the things that he has done to her, she didn't talk to me about visiting her ex, being
Mm-hmm.
in contact with her. Actually, said his mom was sick. when he was talking about the wife, he didn't say that the wife was cursing, that he was cursing the wife out.
Hmm.
So you see, when I'm able to, so when I sat back, instead of me supporting my cousin, also like I gave him his fault, and he was like, "Okay, I think I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think I was wrong here. Do you understand what I'm saying?" So
Right.
it takes like a level of emotional intelligence for a man to be able to see and say that. But when we all want to see that and feel like, oh, this person is wrong, this person is doing this, she shouldn't have done that, and if you don't want to do, go. No, let's address the system that permits that.
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Buko Awoshika was talking about the company that she built. They know her company don't take bribes. They know her company don't cut corners. So
Hmm.
even when before the thing gets to her, her staff addressed it. And she was informing her, she was like, we don't do it. Why are you informing me? She was like, oh, I already addressed it. I'm just telling you what happened. Because guess what? She already has a culture.
Hmm.
She has already set that record straight. We don't do that here. So if they're able to be able to address that, don't say, oh, if you don't want to do it, somebody else will do it. That doesn't make sense.
Hmm.
That doesn't make sense. And you're gonna feel that's all right until your daughter is used for that, your granddaughter is used for that, or your niece is used for that, then you come out and start speaking. That's where the problem is coming from. And that's her problem.
Yeah. Yep. It's you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, yeah. It's these the issues are the same at the very core, you know. At the very core, like you just said, it takes a certain level of emotional intelligence. I actually think it takes the first level. The first level is mastering self, you know. So, and as easy and as simple as that may sound, is one of the most difficult things for all of us to do, but it's something that we must learn how to do. Even with their generation, the older folks, right? I don't want to generalize that it's all of them that act that way, because I know some very, very wise people
True.
that will, that the way they deliver this kind of conversation, they at least listen before. Because if you notice, if you watch this show, like I said, it's one of the finest out of our Nollywood, right? But he was talking over quite a bit. He was quite, did I use the word repulsive? Very, yeah, I guess it's the word repulsive, right? He doesn't listen all the way to understand the context. But he happens to be a man of experience, so his answers for the most part were okay, particularly with respect to their industry. I see you, Mr. Dyer. I'll come to you after this.
And will be real
So,
quick, right? This thing about the experience that we always talk about.
mm-hmm,
I know that you cannot beat experience.
right.
But the way the world is evolving and people are educating and updating themselves, if
Mm-hmm,
you work as a hospital attendant and they
mm-hmm,
bring a new doctor today, you cannot tell the doctor because you've been working in the hospital for 50 years, you know how it works. No, that's his doctor, that's his skill, he went to school for that.
mm-hmm.
Do you
Yes.
understand what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
there's times that our level of education might beat experience.
Of course.
I do
So,
experience
so,
hold a very high place.
so none. So you need both. That's the answer. You need education. You also need experience. And when I say education, I mean continuing education. Okay, meaning it's evolving, meaning you understand that what you knew yesterday, that you read about yesterday, is also evolving, right? So you must stay up to date with regards to that. And if you're staying up to date with regards to what you've been educated on, that usually means you're also getting experience, right? Because it's been updated because of new experiences, right? So you need both. The issue comes when somebody say, all I have is experience, I cannot learn anything from you. Then that person is just as wrong as the person who say, all I have is education and I'm smarter than you because I know more technology than you. They're both wrong. You need both, At the That's a way Tamakpan Yoruba. I just converted to Yoruba, by the way. After all, you used to say alone sometimes, right? So
Yup.
there's a proverb from Yoruba that "Tọmọdé bá láṣọ ju àgbàlagbà kò lè ní àkísà ju àgbàlagbà lọ." That means if you have more clothes than like outfits than older person, you cannot have more rags than the elder person, right? The point there is
True.
that yes, you can have maybe the newest outfits. I think what they're talking about these days. My wife was telling me about HOH the other day. How some people are dragging themselves around the internet because of HOH. I still don't know how to recognize HOH, but whatever. But the point is
What's
that
HOH?
exactly, it's a type of clothing material, I guess, like guinea, like it's the new thing in town. They said it cost 3 million
Okay.
naira. So if you're not using it, you're not in yet. You don't know what is happening. You're not outside.
Wonderful.
Uh-huh. So the point there is that there's some new things, new in things are coming to town from time to time. Yes, but you cannot use that to replace the wisdom of an elderly person. you know so the elderly person must also understand that life is evolving, and there are things that they don't have enough patience to be learning. I cannot My iPad, my 6 years old daughter can operate it better than me. Do you understand? So when it comes to speed or mastering these devices, they will always be ahead of me. But in terms of how to interpret that, how to leverage that in real life, I will always be ahead of them, but only if I'm patient enough to at least get input from them, right? So it's a tricky conversation, and I know I say it a lot. Experience is the best teacher still, nonetheless. Does that help?
Sometimes.
All right. Let me leave you. I'm gonna drop you, and I'm gonna
All right,
bring
no
Mr.
problem.
Dayo up. Okay.
All right.
Thank you. All right. All right, Mr. Dayo, I'm coming right to you in a minute right now. Let me first, can you hear me, Mr. Dayo?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Hold on right there. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, welcome, Mr. Dayo. How are you, sir? Welcome to the Prestige family. How are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you help me educate Chinye? What is HOH? Do you know what HOH is?
Honestly, I'm hearing.
Yeah, for the first time. Okay, speak to me, sir. Talk to me. I'm hearing you.
Yeah, anyway, on this JIDE KOSOKO case and the way it's like Miss Yan, I like to say that on the live program, I mean, on that podcast, I think it represents the old school of uh, of a typical Nigerian background man that has, see, on the street, let me start from here, sir. On the street, an average Nigerian man harasses ladies unconsciously, or rather, intentionally. Let me use that word. Because, like, okay, now, like in Lagos here now, hardly will you see a beautiful lady going by that guys, area boys, men, they will not be making passes at her. And that is harassment. But it has become so common that people don't even seem to reference it again. Now, when it came on air, he was talking from that background. The very first thing that he said was that he tried to make light of it. That what is there, as if it is nothing. But I know for sure he has two daughters and and I think one or two sons in these same industries. And those daughters, I don't believe anybody ever used that route with them. But what he said was quite wrong, because he tried to make light of it as if it is nothing. Though he said he does not condole it, but his own expression alone have given him away. That he does not condole it, but does not see anything wrong with it, which to me is not right. My thought goes to the women that has happened. I mean, that happen to have gone through this, because it is not something that you can even easily come out to say that, see, this person is harassing me, oh, this person has done this. So the next thing that they will tell you is that, now let us take it back home. Why are the women in the house not supporting Natasha? It is because to them, they see it as a normal thing. So women see it as a normal thing for men to harass women. To them, it is normal. Meanwhile, it's a crime. That's why I like what you said, that we need to do a lot of education of our people. And I like what Uncle Patrick said also, that at workplaces, at jobs, companies should like invest in training of the staff so that everybody will know what and what not to do within the workspace. Because it happens mostly within the workspace. One boss, one supervisor, or even colleagues make passes in a way that becomes an harassment to their fellow colleagues. And then mostly it is always somebody up there trying to use power on somebody that's lower to you, like the case of Akpabio and Natasha. And then I think there are some kind of an ugly fact or ugly rumor, I will say it allegedly, that is not coming out, that I'm now reading about their case. So to me, it is not becoming so messy. But the bottom line is that any man or woman that is being harassed, they should be able to come out and say it. And then if we can do anything to stop it, or at least to minimize it, it will really go a long way for us. But the way Nigeria is as of today, nobody is even thinking about it. Nobody is even taking it serious. That's why even the people in the Senate, when she rose up and said that she was sexually harassed, most of them do not even see it as anything until she not take it serious. So that's where we are. So Jide on his own side, Uncle Jide on his own side, was just being a natural Nigerian. That's the way that I see it. Nothing more.
Wow, thank you for that contribution, sir. I agree with you. That is a cultural norm, and we need to do something about it, starting with education. Because just getting emotional and just tackling them back with the same level of offensiveness in this is not going to help anything. Everybody will just shut down. Everybody will be triggered. But thank you so much for and please don't be a stranger, sir.
No worries, sir. Thank you.
All right, yeah. All right, let me bring Jim. You there?
Hello, I'm here.
All right, Jim. Hold on 1 second, okay? I'll be right back, guys.
Your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, Jim. How far?
I'm doing fine. Can you hear me?
I'm doing well, and I can hear you clearly. And whatever happened to your channel? What is going on with beauty, with Beyond Beauty? What happened to your channel?
I'm on break actually. I won't
Oh,
say break. I can't just bring myself to the camera, but it's fine.
I
I'm
know the
thinking
feeling.
of. But I'm fine. Thank you for checking.
Well,
Yeah. So what I would say about this is these old people that we have always carried with honor. We respect them so much from afar. It is always very embarrassing when you see them come to platform like this to express their what kind of respectful language can I use for this man now? When they express their
be nice. Be
their
nice.
honestly, I'm always nice. When they express their ignorance and the unwillingness to learn, to understand that their time is quite different from this present time. Like you cannot. I'm actually watching that show, but I haven't gotten to the harassment part, so I still have a lot to watch. Um, I I don't know. I know that the daughters will be at home watching and be like, "Daddy, Daddy, you shouldn't talk like this." I cannot imagine my father going outside like that and be very arrogant and ignorant. And even when those ladies were trying to let him know, like, "Sir, did they force you? Did they force you? Will they force you?" Well, what are you talking about? These people are desperate. It's like all these music artists that they will sign anything because they just want to, get a record
Just want
label
to blow. Mm-hmm.
just to blow. These people, some people, it's not just about passion. Yes, I need passion. I still also want money to run my life. So if you ask me to, come and rub my bed or come and warm my bed to get this role, I said I don't want to do it. You yourself on another breath said, oh, if you don't want to do it, there's somebody else that is ready to take up that role. You're not making it easy. Then you're saying, are you forcing them? You're not forcing them, but you're forcing them indirectly. And again, these people can go to so like they can make sure that Mark that girl, don't call her. She does not respect the elders. She's not, they will tarnish your, like, you cannot grow in that industry when they put their eyes on you, when you say no, and then it becomes a problem. I'm actually very disappointed because these are people, honestly, growing up watching them, liking them, giving them honor, hearing them. There's one silly auntie like that also, what is her name, that was raining on TikTok one time that, oh, if your husband do this, I said all these women that we've been respecting, you people should stop coming out. We are not in your time anymore. If you don't know how to adjust to this time, or if you don't know how to, we are not saying you should throw away everything that you've learned. Like, you did your best at your time, but the current time now, women are not just going to be quiet. And also, let me link that to Natasha fight. I think Nigeria is not ready for that fight, and based on the level of education exposure of Natasha, I think she brought the fight that Nigeria don't know how to handle it. Like, you said, if 8 people out of 10 people see that fight, like, what are you talking about? It's a norm. Then how is she going to even win that case? Imagine the disagreement between Obi Ekwesili or whatever. What is her name again? That was trending today. That guy was just
His
shouting
name is
and shouting.
Onyedikachi. Onyedikachi.
Yeah,
Awanyabi or
I
something
don't
like that.
even know his name. I don't even want to know his name. People that I don't work in a corporate organization because, as the other guy talked and said, oh, I don't work in, I don't have to work in an organization to compose myself well at any place I found myself. I work for myself, and there's so many people that are self-employed. I don't expect that because there is no any organization that will set up this training for you, then you have the right to be going around and be harassing everybody. For what? I don't work for anybody. I assume there's another guy out there that is not working for anybody. Now you see me outside and immediately you think you want to eat me up. Are you okay? There's just common manners, common decency, and we don't have that. And I think this is just a very deeply rooted problem from men seeing themselves as, oh, I'm the head, I'm the leader, shut up, and they kind of like carry that out to every ladies, every women they see outside and be like, I have your mates at home, I have and they just don't have respect for women. That is just it. And it's going to take us, I mean, it's good that um the conversation is coming up now. Even all those in Senate, they will know that they buy market. Even if Natasha is not going to win this case, I love the fact that there is a conversation that is emerging. Like, people are not keeping quiet anymore. Not even with this Gen Z and all this generation that is coming after them. People will start waking up and know that no, you can't do this. And this man, I give him, he's almost 80 something according to his age. I calculated it for him. He said he was born in 1950 something, right? So
It's a year. It's a year after my mother. My mother is
so he's
71.
almost 80, right?
He's 70. It's exactly
He's
70.
he's in his 70s.
Yeah,
Okay.
70, 71. Yeah.
70 something. Okay. So, I mean, let's say he grows so much, he wants to spend 100. In 30 years' time, all those, their mentality will be, going off gradually. Like, he will be eradicating them one after the other. And as time goes on, there will be be another generation that will emerge. Before, you cannot even talk about this, not to talk of, you want to fight about it. If Natasha, that is my point, on that very high standard, you know, I mean, you would think that there's some level that you will get to, that you would think that you have earned respect of people around you, to know that you work so hard to get here. There's some disrespect that should not be coming your way anymore. But no, some women actually see it as if like, no, you've gotten to that stage, meaning you have, gone through so much that this supposed not to be a problem anymore. You should just, brush it off. Like, no, I've dealt with so much, so this one, bring it off. It's not a like I. this is why I take break from YouTube, because the more I see all this news, myself and my husband, we argue about this all day long. He will say, "Go and set your camera." I said, I will just be shouting at myself in front of camera, because I don't. This is it is getting out of hand. But I'm happy that Nigeria is far behind, but we are catching up. It's going to take like maybe 3-4 decades. Imagine this conversation in 4 decades to come. It will not be the same. And we are having men. I mean, in this conversation, there's some men that are talking. I know this is wrong. Like, it is not like 90% of them are saying, "Oh, Natasha is wrong. You can just harass women anyhow." No, we have some strong men that, I mean, thank God for exposure. But
A lot of them, and I'm happy to see it. I'm happy to see it.
yeah, it is not all of them. That's my point. It is not all of them. We have some men that will like, no, that is rubbish. You don't do it. They are even surprised that you can do that. They are surprised, like, no, that does not make any sense, because now I have my own daughter, I have my sisters, I have my mother. I wouldn't want anybody to do that to them. Now we have men that are protecting women, and in the next 4 decades, I know the conversation will be different. Mr. G, or our daddy JIDE KOSOKO, he should have retained his honor. I've seen many of his interview, but this one in particular, oh my God, sir.
Are you saying the podcast is casting everybody everywhere?
No. They cannot. No, that all those ones is excuse. For me, if you
Excuse.
bring
Okay.
me, it is excuse. If you bring me to your platform, what is inside of me is what I want to. No matter how you want to control the narrative, because I understand you are the host. You want the conversation to go in a direction. You cannot bring what is not inside of me out. Like one guy that said they paid him 500, or he paid that
Ah,
tall
that
for
one.
nothing guy. That tall for not, like, how can you be so tall, grown, and then be they manipulate me to Uncle, go and see, is that is let me not, no, Jumoke, no, don't do that, don't do that,
Be nice.
don't
Be
do that,
nice.
don't
Be
do
nice.
that. So I don't think that claim of, oh, they make me say it. How now? How? Well, maybe they will have prepped them. What I'm thinking is, maybe they will have prepped them before the interview. So this is what we're going to ask you. So if you now tell me this is what we want you to talk about, if it is not in my line of, what I want to be known for, I would disagree. Like, maybe you should look for somebody else. See, that is what we're saying. They are also looking for fame. They want people to know them. You blow when you go to Nedu's podcast or Honest Bunch or whatever. People will start talking about you.
Well, it
You
was
want to
promoting
blow.
a movie.
Yes, they are promoting whatever. So they
Yeah.
are desperate to just go there and say anything. No, I'm not desperate for nothing. You can't tell me.
You
You
know,
can't make me
Trump
say.
won because of podcasts, so everybody's trying
I know.
to.
Yeah, yeah. Because now I see why a lot of Nigerians like Trump, because we've been so used to abuse all our lives. These politicians have been abusing. They like the audacity of Trump, that he will be saying anything anyhow. They love it. They like it. That very. I mean, yes, that is the same thing they are doing in Nigeria. They are complaining about, because if you like Trump, the way Trump is climbing down on the alphabet community, doing all this, why don't you like it when Tinubu is, declaring state of emergency? Is it different? Help me. God will help Nigeria, but
Amen.
Uncle Jide Kosoko did not try, and I can imagine what the daughters will be. You shouldn't have said it that way. But I understand they will make excuse for him as their father and also understand where he's coming from. Or because they are speaking English. Sometimes what you want to say in Yoruba, translating to English might be different. This is the only excuse that I'm giving him. That maybe what he intends saying is not what is coming out in English. Because you literally cannot translate Yoruba into the same English. It will sound different. That is the only thing that is the only excuse that I would give him. Maybe if it is a Yoruba conversation, he will probably express himself more, citing example, going deeper, because he starts to go off of some question, then they will redirect him. Oh, that's not what we are asking. This is what we are asking. Based on
Yes,
what
that's
what
why
what
that's
you
why I've been
I have
suggesting. That's why I've been suggesting. If you want to interview people, interview them in their mother tongue. It's not because they can't speak
exactly.
English. It's because it's very easy
Exactly.
to mishear nonsense when you're speaking
Yes. Yes.
English and that's not your native tongue.
Yes. And you can use a word that actually means something when we want to dissect it as we are dissecting it here, compared to what the original intent that you really want to communicate. That is the only excuse I'm going to give him. And they should stop granting interview where they do not speak Yoruba. They should not go there, because now they are losing these public or people like us. I mean, in Nigeria there is still oh god. Nigeria stresses me. This is my point, please. Thank you. Is MOP still there?
I'm here. I'm here. I can hear you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that is all I have to contribute. Thank you for your
Thank
time.
you. Oshe, we'll talk soon, okay?
Yeah, bye.
All right. All right. Okay. All right. That was Jum Jum from Beyond Beauty. Go support our YouTube channel, Beyond Beauty on YouTube. All right. So I do have. I do want to round up. Let me see. Okuda says, I think what they do is they throw questions that are controversial at the guest and carefully edit the portion of the response that will go viral to create traffic for the podcast. Yeah, you can't. I played the whole thing exactly how they put it out, and that was a lot. For them to sit down and edit all of that out to make it sound that way, nah, Okudaya, nah, nah, Okudaya, nah.
Stop the cap.
Nah, we're not gonna. With all due respect, I think Jim has a good point, which is if you know that you're a legend and you're going to go to Onyimomo, go to Masoyibo, go to our Yoruba platform. If your mother tongue, your native tongue is Yoruba, go to those platforms if you're going to grant interview, because we can probably hear your wisdom more. If you're going to speak English, reject it. There were points where he said, I'm not going to speak to that. Reject it. Don't answer to anything hyper sensitive on the internet right now today. You won't get a pass because you think we're sensitive in this generation. No, if anything, it will mean you are not good at listening. If anything, we just want to maintain the level of respect we have for our elders, and we are trying to protect you. And it doesn't mean you can't speak English. It's just that a lot do get lost inside of language in general. Okay, language in general, just as a but he said what he said. We're coming from what did Charlemagne say? He said we're coming from a grape culture, the fruit grape culture. Okay, you can remove the G if you want, if you will. All right, but and we need to be aware that where we're coming from, nobody's judging where we're coming from. It just won't pan out very well in today's environment. But I have one last story to end this session today, and I will be right back. Sheesh.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.